Guys, there are big things happening for Bitcoin right now. The largest Bitcoin whales are accumulating Bitcoin like crazy recently. I need to talk about the reason why. I need to talk about what I see happening in the charts next, because we are about to actually see a big move most people are not going to be prepared for. I'm going to talk about the latest when it comes to Ethereum, traditional markets, what to be on the lookout for, as well as some general news. So guys, very important stuff today. Make sure to watch this from the beginning until the end. Welcome back everybody, my name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you are new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. And with that said guys, let's get straight into it. And what you can see here is that we have continued to go sideways. We had a little bit of a nice pump yesterday up to 27,300 still. Nothing very significant, and we did see a pullback after that as well. So in general, during this weekend, we have just been going sideways here. We find ourselves actually at the very same point in which we were at on Friday. So nothing specific has been happening here, but there are big things about to happen actually, because one thing we can see here is that we also are making kind of a little bit of a trend of having higher lows here. So that is a good thing on the 4-hourly time frame. But the interesting stuff is when you go to the more long-term time frames. And one of the long-term time frames, of course, is the weekly time frame here. You know, this is something I've been talking about for over 1 year already. And we are right now within 1 year from the halving, which is absolutely insane to say. But yeah, the halving is going to happen in about less than 1 year, call it 10 months or so. So that's fantastic. And I believe that we are going to start to see Bitcoin go up here sooner rather than later. Now, one key thing is that we do have on the daily time frame, this has been forming since the 5th of April. I need to give you an update on this because we know that there's a couple of things to pay attention to here. Of course, we are inside of this falling wedge. Falling wedge, typically a bullish pattern. What tends to happen is that we coil up inside of this and then we usually break it to the upside. Could also go to the downside, of course, but more often than not, these tend to break to the upside. But there is more things to this. If I flip on the daily moving averages, you can see this purple line, which is the 100-day moving average, has been holding up the Bitcoin price here. It's supporting the Bitcoin price. But look at this. If I zoom in, you can see that we are coming into a situation right here where in a couple of days, if this continues to hold up the Bitcoin price here, well, then we are either going to have to break this purple line to the downside, which could take us down to the bottom of this wedge, which is 25,700. So that would be a likely scenario should we break this moving average. However, we also have to the upside, of course, you can see the resistance itself right here. And not only do we have the resistance of the wedge, we also have the resistance of the 50-day moving average, which is the orange line here. And this is also continuing alongside this, this resistance level. So this means that we are in for something significant. And this is not happening in like 2 weeks or 1 month, guys. This is happening within the next few days. So yeah, we will see where this is going to take us. But be prepared for volatility, guys. As usual, if we see a drop, I am going to be a buyer of Bitcoin at $26,400. So that would be my first level of buying here for Bitcoin. So that would be somewhere like right below this purple line. So this is one of the trades I am going to be making should we come down. A little bit of a long, nothing significant, but a little bit of a long here at $26,400. So we're paying attention to these levels and what is going to happen with this breakout or breakdown. Now, there's another thing also happening. This is on the weekly time frame. This is something I talked about yesterday, so make sure to watch yesterday's video if you want to know more about this. But we are about to potentially close the 50 period moving average above the 200 period moving average, which is very nice on the weekly time frame, because this has never happened in Bitcoin's history before. And when this happened on the Nasdaq here recently, the Nasdaq did go up significantly, and every single time we have closed like this on the Nasdaq previously, we've always gone up. So it tends to be a bullish pattern. Paying attention to that as well. Again, if you want to know more about this and more in depth, make sure to watch my video from yesterday. But the biggest Bitcoin whales are accumulating Bitcoin like crazy. You can see that the Bitcoin whales holding more than 10,000 Bitcoin in their wallets have continued to accumulate here, while other people have been selling off their Bitcoin into the hands of the whales. Do they know something we do not know? Probably. Now, I want to give you a small update on the bots. However, there's going to be a separate video later on today. And this is going to be a big video, guys. So if you are involved with these trading strategies, if you're using them yourself, if you are thinking about using them yourself, then make sure to subscribe. Activate the bell, very important. The bell will notify you as soon as I release that video. So for everyone who wants to make this profit or have been making profits, I know some of you guys, these are, one of the last bots I'm using here. But if you have been around since the first bots, you were already up several 100% on Bitcoin here. While Bitcoin has been going down, you are up several 100% easily. So a big update coming later on today. Activate the bell, get notified as soon as I release that. So I'm not going to talk too much about the trading strategies in this video. All I will say is if you want to join this yourself and you want to use these, go get an OKX account right now. So you can claim up to $60,000 using this link right here. Click this link, click join now, and then you have my settings here down at the description. But just like I said, a big video coming later on today, but you can prepare your OKX account right now so that you are ready for everything. Now, another chart I am interested in is the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, and you can see that we are consolidating inside of this wedge still on the weekly time frame. However, you can see that we are above it right now, and if we close like this on the weekly time frame, that is bullish for Ethereum. Could mean that Ethereum is going to continue to outperform Bitcoin. And when it comes to the traditional markets, everyone are sitting on the edge of their seats right now because traditional markets will open up later on today. And the question is, are we going to see a pullback here? Because we did have a significant pump towards the end of Friday. And are we going to see this continue? Well, it's only a matter of time until Bitcoin starts to catch up, guys. Again, watch my video from yesterday if you want to know more about that thesis. But it's only a matter of time. And I think either way, if we have a pullback, a breather, I think Bitcoin is going to start to, go up a little bit. I mean, of course, we're going to have some short-term downside for Bitcoin, but then once things start to stabilize, I do think that we are going to see Bitcoin start to run. And of course, depending on if we consolidate on this range, in this range or whatever, that does have an effect. But nonetheless, whenever we consolidate, I do think we're in for a little bit of a pop in Bitcoin. So if you look at traditional markets though, the most amount of gains here, because remember, this is an index with the top 500 stocks in the market. But if you take away the 5 largest stocks, Meta, Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, and Tesla, then the S&P 500 is only up 3%. Right now, with these included, it's up 12%. So this means that most of the gains have been coming from these very big companies. And here's the thing. We're going to see a surge of, people are not really speculators right now, but you're going to see people start to want to speculate sooner rather than later. And then money from these big stocks are going to go into smaller companies, which is going to pump the smaller companies. And same thing with crypto. Some of that money is going to flow into crypto as well. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so on. So yes, everything is looking pretty well right now for the continuation of what I think is the bull market right now. Now, some bad news. Atomic Wallet, a software wallet, has been exploited. People are losing money left, right, and center. So if you're using Atomic Wallet, then make sure to withdraw your money as soon as possible from that. And also, the OPEC, so the oil companies, are going to discuss an additional cut of around 1 million barrels per day. So maybe we are going to start to see some more scarcity with oil, which is not good for inflation, but we will see about that, guys. We will see about that. Big video coming later on today, guys. So make sure to activate the bell to get notified. And with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.